So how's everybody doing today?
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Yes, nice to have you twice in 2 weeks. Good.
Yeah.
Franny, how's Franny? Same. Okay. Modifying as you need to. Okay, good. Any good news, anybody? I haven't had any Margot news in a while, Kay.
She was picked her up on Wednesday. She's quite delightful right now. She told me, next week, Grandma, please remember to buy cucumbers for me.
Did she turn 3 in January?
In January, she turns 3, yeah.
Turns 3. Okay. Please remember to buy cucumbers.
But you know, she did discover this Halloween that she really likes candy.
What did she dress up as?
She gets 2 pieces from her little pumpkin every day until it's all gone, because she's never had candy before.
Oh, yeah.
Well, she had a little last Easter, but it wasn't nearly as good as these little packets of sugar.
Maybe my news is that I'm getting over the trauma of me saving my candy and my brother eating it all.
I had a brother like that too, right? Did you try to find hiding places for it?
This was just like one time, and my mom was like, it's okay, we'll just buy you like a bag of candy at the store. I'm like, no, you don't understand.
No, it's that candy that you worked so hard to go out and collect. Yes, I feel you.
We sent our leftovers home with Josh to take to work.
Oh, that's smart.
Because every time you passed by the bowl, you know, you said, well, you know, this would be good.
I know, this is one little one. It's fun size. Did Bryn dress up? Did Bryn go trick-or-treating?
Yeah, she's now into Harry Potter. She finally started reading it, so she went as wore one of the robes.
Oh.
The little gray skirt, like their little uniform. Yeah.
So was she Hermione then, or?
No, the yellow robe. I can't even think of the name right now.
The
Yellow House. I don't know.
I don't remember the colors either.
That's gotta be Hufflepuff.
Yes,
Hufflepuff.
That is it.
Love it. Cute.
It was pouring rain though, so her and her friend went in the neighborhood. They came home soaked.
Oh, it was a bad night for Halloween. Seriously.
But, you know, we had a lot of little kids, about 50. But the older kids didn't come.
Isn't that funny?
Yeah, it's too wet out there. I'm going.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, those older kids kind of were like, we'll just stay home. So we're going to start in our Pilates stance. Wrapping those heels. How old is Bryn now, Melissa? She 12?
She'll be 12 in January.
She'll be 12. Okay. Oh yeah. It's almost the point where they're almost too old to feel cool when they trick or treat. So we're gonna just inhale, take those arms up. Just let it be gentle, not squeezing. Just take the arms up and then bring them back down. A little press against your thigh bones, and then inhale up. And exhale. Good. And then just, if you can, pay a little attention to where your arm sits. So this one, I don't know if it's visible, is closer to my ear. I'm going to let that armpit wrap back and then lift my spine a little bit and then straighten the elbows. So it's a 3-step process. So just notice where you might be compensating by pulling the front of the delt and the pec to lift the arm versus the delt and then the back of the arm, the scap muscles to lift the arm.
What if it won't go up when you do that?
That's a good question. So Jen is asking, what if it won't go up when you do that? That's okay. That's probably where it's been stuck for a while. You just pause wherever that gets and see if you can open up and then maybe move a little more. Yeah, because some of us, we kind of get in a little habit of motion. Might have to get unstuck from that habit. Good, and one more time up. Good, holding those arms up. Now all we're doing is holding them wherever they happen to be. So open up your armpits, then reach your heels down. See if you get a sense of hollow through the front here and here. Good, maybe right through the middle. Good, maybe right here under the ribs. Good, let the arms come back down. And this time, get ready. Start with your heels. Feel how you lift up out of your hips right away. Good, hold it, take another breath there. Exhale, re-engage the heels down and under you. Good, and then back down. There's a lot of noise back there.
A lot of stretching going on.
You guys can't hear him, but he's like, reach, good. That's it, good. And then back down. Very nice. Take those arms in front of you. Keep your right arm, this is your left. Keep your left arm still, tuck that elbow down, just press with your left and then rotate to your right. Inhale, release. Exhale, press again, holding your your right arm steady, and then use that same right arm to push you back to center and come down. We're gonna do the same side again. So set your right arm, press with your left. So you're starting with an oval. Now keep pressing with your left as you rotate. Inhale, release. Set that right arm again and press back to center and release. And one more time. So my spine minders, remember, you do not have to go into a big twist. You can let your body go just as far as feels good and stop there and then continue the work. You just don't twist as far. Yeah? Good, and then we're coming back and then we're gonna go to the other side. So now we set your left arm, press with your right. Elbows are pointing down, yes? Rotate, good. Release, exhale, press, set, rotate back to center and down, good. Up, press and hold, good. Then rotate, release. Elbows down, elbows down. I don't want to see them out here. Pull them down. Good. Yes. Okay, one quick little thought. As you get your elbows down, some of you go down, right? So you're trying to cheat me. Keep your arms straight as you get the elbows pointing down. Yes. And hopefully you'll feel that all around your arm and back into here. Yes? Okay. Now just a nice little plie. Shift your weight back onto your heels. Think of your spine up against a wall. And of course, you're welcome to put your spine against a wall if you'd like. Your feet will be just a little bit in front of it. We're just gonna plie, dropping your heels down and then squeezing the back of the legs together. Yep, and down, good. Okay, so I'm not sure if you can tell, I'm doing it badly right now, as badly as I can. I'm falling to one side and I'm falling forward and my heels are lifting off the ground. Now, I'm gonna try to keep my weight back and even between both sides. So really get your weight on your heels. Feel the outside of your feet as you come down and your heel. Good, that's it, good. And when you feel like you've got that, then squeeze and press your circle forward. Bring your elbows back into your waist, release. Exhale, squeeze and press forward. Good, and back into your waist. That's it. Good. Can you mind these elbows? We're gonna try to hug. We're really waking up this underline here. That's it, hug all the way. Nice, Melissa, good. Good, and last one. Chinda, try pressing forward as you bend your legs. See what happens there. So you're down, pushing out, and up and in. There you go. So we're just giving ourselves gentle load in this moment. Yeah, good. All right. Let's open into parallel. Take your hands on the inside of your circle. All right. Then again, watch elbows. They're going to be tempted to do this. And look at my shoulders. Look at the congestion in my neck. Now see my shoulders drop just because I've rotated my elbows down. So do the same. Drop your elbows. Arms are long. Good. We're going to sit in a squat. Coming down. Now pull yourself back up with your arms. And down to the side. Other side. Pull with that top arm. That's right. Good. And pull. Good. That's it. Good. Now, if you feel like it, you could take those arms all the way overhead, all the way up. Good. Back down and other side. All the way up. Good. That's it. Still pulling outward. Good. Yeah, okay. So when you get up tall, can you still lift out of your hips? Lift out of your hips. Not lift your belly out of your hips, lift your spine out of your hips. Yeah, do 2 more. I want to see you coming up, getting your whole torso, all of it, to come up. Not this, because that's my low back. This. Better. Good. That's it. Good. Is that your last one? Mark says that's his last one. Okay. Yes. Good. Feel how it changes how you come up? I saw you guys getting straighter and less floppy. That's good. Okay. So we're going to take our circle in your left hand and we're going to step to your right. We're going to take that circle, press it against your thigh, and then reach up to the outside. Release, push the ground away. Come back down, press it. Release. Now our goal here is to keep this leg stable. So instead of letting it collapse back in, we're actually working at making it hold its ground while we push against it. Yep. That's it. And hopefully what we'll feel is a nice little round of obliques here. Good. Check your elbow on the pressing arm. Is it pointing out? Can it point in and pull? Yes, good. Can I see one more? Good. You get that little lift right here? Does everyone have a little sense of that lift through their belly when they press? Yes, 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 okay, sort of, yeah. Okay, let's go the other way. So we come out to the side, sit, push, all the way back up, push down, good. See how deep you can sit? That's it. Good. Good, okay. Melissa, I can't tell if it's the camera angle or if it's you. Just make sure that your foot and knee and hip are in a straight line, so not out here. I feel like that. Is it shadow? Yeah, that looks better. Does that feel better? Good. That's okay, right in there, raw. Good, good, and last one. Press. There you go. Good, yeah, and then all the way back to home. Nice job, gang. Alrighty, we're gonna be rolling down to the mat. We'll be 4 rolls. The 4th roll, we walk out to our plank. Yes, push-ups. So if you would rather come back up and do push-ups or your wall, you are welcome to do that. You're also completely allowed to use your magic circle. I will meet you down there. You also can use your magic circle as if it was your Wanda chair. So when you get down, if you'd like to add in that press, you would hold your circle from the edge, round down, and then press, feel your abs lift up away from it. And if you're gonna press, you wanna give yourself 4 good presses just to get that sensation. And then take that sensation with you as you come up to your stand. Yeah. Yep. When you start rolling down, can you start from a lifted place where you're pulling your spine out of your hips and your hips out of your legs? Notice how long you can keep that sensation as you go over. Yeah, push-ups, everybody. Remember, with your push-ups, get yourself over your hands, not behind them. Good. Lovely. Yes, Eloise, good. When you come up, I know it's probably your last one, imagine pushing your hips down just a little, just so you don't let your hip flexors pull you up. You can do it on the replay if you're done. That's it. Push them down a little. Yes. Wow. Beautiful. That was a beautiful change. You also get a gold star for doing more. She did 3 more, and I'm sure that was the end of her 6. So I know. Good job, you. All right. Circles in hand, knees bent. We're taking the circle over the front of our shins and just hanging off of it for a moment, letting the spine have a little stretch, then pulling the elbows into the waist, collarbones open. So spine minders, you guys remember, you're not ever forcing any flexion, right? That's when we bow and C curve. You just to go to where it feels comfortable, but do not force it. The rest of us, you have no spine issues, then move it while you can for as long as you can. That's it, good. Round, good, and pull. Good. Can you separate your feet so they're more parallel? So instead of closed, open them up apart a little bit. There you go. That's it. And then pull all the way up. Let your collarbones open. Hold that moment. Yeah. So your mid back is on, and then it gets to stretch. Good. And then hold it. Good. Nice and tall. Okay. So we're going to hold the next one up. We're hanging off of our circles. We're holding on. We're pulling with our mid back. Yes. Good. Now lift your spine up out of your hip sockets. Can you pull it up? You should feel your sits bones try to pull down the other way. Good. Keeping that length. Can you inhale and exhale? Push your circle away. Keep your length. Good. Bring your legs back in. Pull yourself up again. Find your length again and exhale. Push away. Right? So this should be a challenge. Us keeping our spines lifted nice and tall. Tall as we can be. Good. Good. That's it. Good. And one more. Nice. Good. All right. Now we're going to roll back into half C curve again. Take the arms away. Roll back. Good. Inhale, the arms come up to the ears. Whoops, what happened there? Exhale, press up. Lift your spine, not your chest, out of your hips. Lower your arms. Inhale, exhale, round back. Good. Franny, do you have a little ball you can put behind your back? That'll probably feel good. Yep, up and down. Good. And anybody else who wants that ball there for support, you would sit on it, kind of wedge it under your pelvis. Good. Lift the back of your spine up, up, up. Good. And back. Good. All right, last one of these before we add on. Press. Good. And lower. Good. Now come into that half roll back. Arms up. See, curving still, we rotate to the side. Bring your torso, good, that's it, back to center. Rotate to the other side. Good, can you bring your head back in line with your spine? Good, that's it, come on, scoot. Good, and back to center. Good, arms forward, now we roll back, all the way down. Good, and then your arms can reach over your head. I'm hitting the wall, so I'm gonna scoot forward. And press down. Good, all right. Arms over your head, you're reaching back and down, right? Putting a little tension against the floor. Let your armpits round open so that you feel your shoulder blades flatten on your back as you press. Inhale, release those arms up to the sky. And again, press down overhead. And your shoulder blades back up. And one more time, press back. Good, and up. All right, so now we're gonna come into a bow, and as we do, we're gonna lift your right leg into tabletop. Press the circle against it, feel your abs drop in. If you see your abs push out, stop your press and put your foot back down. See if you can let it be that hollow sensation. If you think about pulling your spine away from your pelvis as you press, it will make it more likely that your transverse abs will turn on instead of your hip flexors and psoas pushing out. Yeah?
Seriously.
I'm doing same side. If you're alternating, keep alternating. If you're doing same side, keep doing same side. Because you're gonna add on one thought if you are able. You've already got the hollow, right? You're pulling your spine away from that thigh. Then as you come down, you're just gonna add in that overhead press if you haven't already. We're gonna do 3 more on that side, adding that press in at the top. You're giving me that full inhale in between. Good. Nice. All right, let's do other side. Start without the overhead press. Just give yourself the push against your thigh. See what happens. Oh, this side's a mess for me. Gotta clean it up. So I'm gonna bring back in my idea of length. And then lo and behold, there goes my transverse abs. They turn right back on. That makes sense? Is everyone able to find that if they pull their spine away from their hip, your transverse abs should automatically turn on a little bit for you?
What's the right foot doing?
Just resting on the ground. But that's a great question. So Chip is asking, what's the right foot doing if we're lifting the left? As we lift ourselves further away from our pelvis, you might notice that it gently presses down a little bit. It becomes more connected to the ground. But other than that, it's not doing anything active or, yeah. Good, and then that should feel like that's about even Steven. Transverse abs on and happy. We're gonna extend those legs all the way out. Good, take your right hand down to the side. The circle is resting on one end on the floor, the other under your hand. Do a preemptive press, seeing if you can wrap your elbow into your body as you press and hold yourself steady. We're gonna inhale, exhale. Keep that sensation as you round into a bow. Good, and then back down. Okay, prep number 1. Good, now we're coming back up. We're gonna add in legs. So inhale, exhale. Lengthen your legs off the floor away from you, one or both. Good, pressing that circle. And then back down. Good, inhale, exhale again. Lift and lengthen, legs away from the hips, spine away from the hips. Good, opposite direction. Good, and last one. Find the length. Good, all right, easy peasy. Take that circle, put in the other hand. So now mine's in my left. And I'm gonna just do a press down first to see what my shoulder does. See if you need to aim your elbow down. See if you need to keep your obliques aiming your torso at that arm. And then you're gonna add in just a bow. No legs yet, just seeing what it feels like. Good. And again. Good. And the next one, optional, add those legs. Inhale, exhale, lengthen them off the ground, away from your spine. And then back down. Good. That's it. 2 more. Good. Can you make the legs just a little bit longer out of the socket on this last one? Pull your spine the other way so you can make it feel like a stretch. That's it. Good. And down. Good job. All right. So we're going to roll up to sitting all the way. Hands can hold your circle, or if you like that adductor connection, that inner thigh connection, you can take your circle, put it between your heels, and then lay that on the floor. Hug that while you come up. So the hug should come from the upper leg, not just the heels curling under. And then all the way up and over. Pull back with those abs as you stack up your spine. Good, and then round it back down. Yeah, good. Good. All right, last time up. What if you really pull your spine away from your pelvis as you begin to roll up? So instead of thinking of pushing your chest forward, you're thinking of actually pulling it further away as it lifts. Some of you, that's gonna feel harder, like you can't get off the ground. That's okay. That's all right. Okay. Roll over. So if you like to keep the circle in your heels, you can. If you want to put it on the outside of your feet, you can also do that. That's going to cue a little bit more glute. It will change the feeling of how you get over. That's up to you. And of course, no toy is also allowed. So rounding back, pushing down through those hands, lifting your hips up. Inhale at the top and exhale, round all the way down. So if you are one of those who going into rollover is easy, right? You've got that strong lat connection and you keep your spine long. If you would like to, then you can. If you can keep your spine still, lower your legs down. So I'm not collapsing like this, I'm keeping them up. Then you can bring them back up and round back down. Yeah. That's it. I practice that with fingers on my hips because I know how tempting it is to just roll over. Instead, we're lengthening away, right? Keeping this still while we drop down. Good. Nice. And I feel like that's been like 5. So I feel like 5-ish. 5-ish, 6-ish. Good. Okay, good. So let's have a little leg circle. So right leg is up. We're going to exhale as it goes down. Come on. Inhale as you go, and inhale as you go up. And then they do about 5 each way. Come on. Come back on for me. Let me switch And then you switch sides. Sorry, gang. And then we're gonna roll like a ball.
Wait. I'm still on the other side.
Oh, Mark says you're still on the other side. Sorry, I'm trying to get the camera to work again for you. All right, so you've been doing leg circles, exhaling on the way down, inhaling on the way back. About 5-ish each way. What's that? And Mark is on his second side, so hopefully you're on your second side. Remember, you're always welcome to use that circle for support if you want it.
5 more, gosh.
Good. Yeah. Were you able to keep any idea of your spine coming out of your pelvis? How does that change what your leg does? You're like, oh, I wasn't thinking about length to my spine. Okay, that's what the replay is for. You can pause right now and think about it if you're doing the replay. All right, gang. So we're gonna take our circle, put it over our feet. Both feet are tucked in there. And then we're gonna tuck our chin and exhale, rock and roll up into teaser. So we're letting our legs pull us up. Franny, I don't know if you wanna do that one. No. But you can push your feet and see if your abs can drop in. So I'm just pushing my feet gently. But we're letting ourselves rock up to that teaser, yeah? Everybody else? Beautiful, good. Okay, and then gently back down and controlling. So it's not rocking down.
Sorry.
It's not falling backwards. We're rocking up in a teaser, hold, and then control rolling back down. So what hopefully that should do for us, if we're controlling on the way down, is let our body understand the difference between rolling through the spine and hinging from the hip. Yeah? Because we want to be able to do that without our circle. Roll through the spine, keeping the legs still, instead of just falling backwards. Yeah. Nice control. I saw that, Melissa. Good. Yes, Kay. Yes, Kay. That shift you just made in your ribs. Awesome. I saw it. Good. Yeah. Good, okay. Then holding that teaser, we're gonna take a breath, exhale, push your circle off your feet, bring it up toward the sky. Good, lower it back down. Put it back on your feet. Pay no attention to the man behind me. Press away. This is his first class back in 2 weeks? So he gets some credit. Take it up, down, catch the feet. Good. Good. One more. Lengthen your legs away from you. Lift yourself out of your hip. Don't hunker down. Get longer. Good. And down. Beautiful. Good. All right. Then go ahead and roll yourself gently back down. Good. Take that circle off your feet. You did the hard part first. Isn't that nice? We're going to take a breath. Exhale up into our bow. Press your left leg out. Whoop. And then switch. Now I want you to pull your circle apart. Right, I'm holding it in my hands, but every time I take my legs out, I'm pulling. Pull, pull. Yep. That's it. Long arms. Elbows pointed in. If elbows point out and you're trying to pull, you're going to stabilize from this little place right here. Infraspinatus, tiny little rotator cuff. That's too big of a job for that little muscle. So hug the elbows in. Hug and pull. Good. Yes. Beautiful concentration. Yes. You can probably feel how this translates to your horse, Melissa. You feel it down your sides. Good. And then we're gonna add our rotation. So we're gonna pull to the side, then push back to center. Grip it and pull to the other side. Push back to center. Pull. Good. Push and pull. That's it. Push. Good. Find your bow again for me, Kay. Can you find your bow? There you go. Good. That's it. Good. And then Franny, you can do a very easy version because this will stabilize you from side to side. Same idea. Little pull, little push. Little pull, little push. Yeah. Good. Nice, Chinda. Great job through your center. That looked great. Good. Okie dokie. Love it. So, then we'll take that circle, put it between the ankles. Okay, spine minders. Keep your hips still. Just let your legs sway a little bit. Spine movers. It's TikTok. So we're gonna hip drop to the side. Exhale, keep the top leg steady as you squeeze and push back to center. We're gonna repeat that same side again 4 more times. So it's drop, inhale, keep the top leg steady, exhale, squeeze, and then continue your exhale up. So I should see a definite moment right here where the top leg is staying still, the bottom leg presses, and the top one has not moved until you've got that. Same thing that we did earlier with the hands, right? Same idea. Let me see the squeeze moment before you come back up. You guys, hold it and squeeze. Don't make us do it all over again.
No.
Mark says, no, please. For Mark's sake. Yeah, so when you get 5 total good ones, where you know that you held during that upper squeeze from the bottom leg. Yes. So Franny, if you want it, you could take your ball, just do a little squeeze in, hold it, and then release. And as you're squeezing in, you're gonna draw your pelvic floor up. Yes, beautiful, just like that. Good. Good, how do we do, gang? Yes, good, okay. I got 1 thumbs up from Melissa. Everybody else is unsure.
I just feel disconnected when I go to this side. Like there's just something that's not connected the way it is on the other side.
Through that leg?
Through the hip. It just feels like different parts doing it, but not, I don't know.
Yeah, I understand that.
I don't know if my back is arched or I mean, it's not arched, but yeah, it's just not
happening the way you want it to feel. We're gonna we're gonna roll our way up to sitting.
So that last one, was that supposed to get our thighs?
You should hopefully feel your inner thigh, and you might also feel some of the hip flexor on the side here. Did you feel the front of your thigh?
No, the back of my thighs, and they were killing me.
Okay, all right. So if you were feeling the back of your thigh, not wrong. This probably tells me you're squeezing with external rotation, right? Like this instead of legs in parallel. Not necessarily wrong. Okay. Where did I say we're doing? Oh yeah, open leg rocker. Open leg rocker. So we're gonna scoop back into our half roll back again, finding that nice roundness. You can stay right here if you want with your legs planted down. Otherwise you can bring your legs up. And you're gonna exhale back, inhale up. So opposite breath of rolling like a ball. Inhale, get neutral spine, right? Lift your spine up before you go again. Oh, did you just roll onto a ball? Yikes. You okay? Did it give you whiplash? Are you okay? Okay. That's it. Good. All right, so you should need to alternate. So is Franny. Good, okay. Good. So try inhaling on it, Libby. Inhale so that you have to find neutral spine. There you go, good. Yes, good, Eloise. I see you working there. Good. Good, all right. So then from here, we're going into corkscrew. The legs come together. You can use your circle in between your ankles. For most of us, that helps here, helps us feel that inner thigh line. We're gonna round down, and just like TikTok, we tip the hips to the side. Inhaling as they go down, exhale as we tip up and to the other side. If you can, press into your hands, lift upside down, and then inhale, it's coming down. Exhale through the center to the other side, and tip, right? So that's your spine mover version. That's for spine movers. Spine minders, you picked a little circle, inhaling down and exhaling up. You could even give yourself more support with a stretch strap or a TheraBand over your legs, right? That would work too. I got the trash for cluster. Thank you. Good. How's that feel?
You go there. Yeah, as well.
All right. So after you feel like you've gotten 4 good ones each direction, all you're going to do is extend those arms long, and then we're going to use one foot to kick you all the way onto your belly, and you're ready for some swan. I'm going to flip so I can see you. Try not to put Mark in the head with my legs. Okay, so first, no toy. It's just there. Hands are under your armpits. Collarbones are lifted away from the ground, even though you're facing the ground. Kneecaps off the ground. Inhale, start lifting. And then exhale, continue lifting, just using your spine. Yeah, and then easy lay it down. Good, and then we'll do that again. Nice little lift. Good. Now, what if you tried pulling your spine, not your chest, not your low ribs, but your spine, the back of you forward as you came off the ground? Yes, nice, Eloise. Good, Franny, yep. Let that sensation come from your spine up to the back of your neck, up to the back of your head. Yeah, there you go, good. Good, all right, so getting that length all the way, good. Then we can add in those hands, but I want you to start with the length forward and away from your hips. Keep pulling forward and away from the hips. So notice I don't go up as high as quickly, right? Because normally I can just press all the way up here. That's not what I want to see. I want to see you constantly pulling the back of you away as you lift. Some of you will start to get a stretch through your belly a little sooner than you normally do. That would be great. That's it. Find your length. Pull it away, pull it away, pull it away, pull it away. It's okay if we don't go all the way up, right? I'm looking for length here. Pull it, yeah. Good, one more. Keep the legs active while you find the length. They're trying to go the other way. Yeah, good, good, very nice. All right, so now that we add the circle back in, again, it's optional. Remember, toys you don't have to pay the toys. But when you have the circle in, you're underneath your hands, as you lift, aim to get over the top of that circle. Pull your legs the opposite way. Your spine should really have a sense of pulling out of the hips. Notice which side gets sticky and tries to raise up with you. Yep, lower it back down. Inhale and exhale, lift. Shh. Inhale, try to reach your spine over the top of that circle. Good, and then back down. Good. And one more time. Up. Inhale, exhale, reach it over the top. Legs reaching the other way. Good. Good. All right, now holding on to the sides of your circle. Lift your spine up, pushing down. Good. You should feel like you could get a little higher almost. Good. Now stay right there. Turn those glutes on, lift those abs up. Push your circle slightly away from you and forward off the ground. You're lifting it. Good. Bring it back down. Lift back up.
Lifting it?
You're lifting it. You're lifting it. Now, some of you might prefer to just tilt it away from you, keeping the bottom edge of it on the ground. Yeah? But we're going to see if we can lift it or think about lifting it. So forward, so that's why we talk about the setup first, right? Glutes on, legs active, that supports your spine. You're pushing it forward, Kay. Forward away from you. Yes, so when you lift it forward. Yeah, put your toes back down. Good. Last one, everybody. Toes down. Keep those toes on the ground. Yeah, I know, right? So that just gives us an idea how much spinal strength we actually have. If we immediately tip and the legs come up, that tells us we're not super engaged through both the quad and the glute to support the spine in that lift. We just keep working at it. That's all. It'll happen.
So you're saying your legs shouldn't come up?
No, at this moment we're keeping them on the floor. So, yes, what I keep saying, toes down, toes down.
Never toes down, just up.
Mark said my toes were just down; they were just up. So let's sit back in a little child's pose.
I was just thinking I could use the ring to crank my arms so they would go behind my head and then lift it off the ground. My arms don't even go behind my back.
Yes. Yes. All right, and then up on all fours in a nice cat. So your head drops down, nose to your belly button, and then release. You can make sure you're also releasing your pelvis. Don't let it stay stuck, tucked under. Yeah, that's nice. Good. And one more time. Shoulders are wide. Good. Good. What if when the bottom of that, when your tail is up and your chest is up, you pull your chest forward away from your tail a little bit? So instead of trying to drop your back deeper, you try to pull this whole structure apart. Yeah, nice, good. All right, and then pull back up one more time. Good, okay. So now our spines are warm. Now the toes are gonna leave the ground. So we're gonna come back down, getting ready for a little slow motion swan dive. So move your circle out of your face's way. And we're face down again with the sternum just barely off the mat. We're gonna float that sternum off the mat and then lift the legs both off the mat. So now they're up in the air, glutes are on, kneecaps really engaged. Then we're gonna try to keep the knees up as we press ourselves away from the floor. So yes, legs on, trying to keep the kneecaps off the mat. So notice I'm not going that high because I'm trying to only go as far as I can keep the kneecaps up. Good, coming down, pulling the ground towards you, lifting your legs a little higher. Good, press, keep your legs as high as you can. Only going till you feel the kneecaps touch. See if you can lift them up, straighten them out a little more. Then pull back down. So back up legs super on, good. Look at that, Eloise, good. Can we do two more? Good, lift, legs off the ground. Try to get your kneecaps to pull up your thighs, right? Pull the front of your kneecap up. Good. And down, last one. Pull the front of those kneecaps up, 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 up. Good, and down. Nice. All right. We're gonna take one more low child's pose. Wow. And then we're gonna come onto our bellies one more time, this time on forearms. The one leg kick. So push down those forearms, nice and strong. Lift your thighs up, it might only be visible to you. Extend your legs out, good. And then contract, contract, extend like you're pulling a band away. Contract like you're pushing the circle, extend like you're pulling a band. Contract, contract. Good, okay, everyone remember, this is a dual purpose exercise. One end is your hams and your glutes, what's the other end? Spine, your spine. Yes, I was like, oh yeah, right? So it's endurance for triceps and spine. That's it, yep, keep pushing, good. Good. Good, now if you're doing both at once, switch into singles here so that you get your obliques having to manage load from side to side. That's it, good. Here you go, good. Last one on each side. Good. Yes, back of legs alive. I hope so. I hope so. Okay. On to our backs. Oh. Sorry. Rolling onto our backs in a more graceful way than I just did. Please. All right. We're going to take our legs out, lift one leg up, grab behind it for the one leg stretch, single straight leg stretch. Lift up into your bow, also known as scissors, and switch. So remember, just as much as you pull towards you, I'm looking under my arms to see you, I want you to reach away, because if I pull and the other leg comes with me, all I'm doing is jerking my back around. I want the pelvis to stay still and stretch out this bottom leg so I know what my real mobility is. You too. I want you to know what your real mobility is. Good, that's it. Stretch it out. Stretch it out, good. Good. Last one on each side. Nice. Good. And then both legs come back up. Heads can come down. And legs can stretch all the way out. Whew. So we're going to be doing some side leg work. You're welcome to just roll onto your side. I'm going to be working from the high kneel. So if you want to be in the high kneel, you can come up with me. Hands to the side so that you can draw your knees underneath you. Then round your spine up. Good. Extend your leg out to the side. Good. All right. Now, if you're in the high kneel, push that bottom hip forward. Lift your waistline up out of your leg socket and your arm socket. Those of you on the floor, same idea, right? So we're just lifting and lowering the leg. So if you're down here, you're going to lift up out of your arm socket and up out of your hip socket. That's it. Good. Those of you who like a balance challenge, you could use your circle, put it underneath your hand. It doesn't make things easier. You're trying not to squish it. So you're trying to stay as light as possible. It will intensify the sensation under your hip. Yeah, good. Good, all right. Then we're gonna keep that lift going. Under the arms, under the hip, and just kick to the front. Exhale, flex, take it to the back. Good, and to the front. Good, and to the back. That's it. Are we getting heavy here? Can we lift up out of there? That's it. Good. Nice. I see you. I see you by laying down, people, too. Good. Good. And one more. All right. Hot potato. front and back. So it's not the little hot potato circles. This is the big one. So heel taps behind you, toe up, tap, tap, tap. We can't get up as high as we can. Bring it down as far as we can to the front. Oh, I'm gonna get a quad cramp. Good, and up. Good. That's it. And we're trying to keep this stable. This is trying to stay pushed forward. We're not gonna let it bend back and forth. Good. That's it. Oh, yeah. And then I think this is the last one. Is this 4 sets? I gotta just make it back to the back. Good. Good. All right. And then if you are up high, you can come all the way up. Stretch over. Really pull away from your supporting hip. That's it. Push that hand up. Push that hand up. You guys on the mat can feel that top knee over. There you go. Good. All right. And then we'll just go the other way. Underused. I found an underused muscle. All right. So if you're up in a high kneel, hip forward. If you're down on your side, it's probably top hip forward. Good. All right. And then we lift and lower. And here's me heavy. Okay, I don't know if you can see it. I'm trying to be heavy. Now here's me being light. Trying to pull myself out of my arm and out of my hip socket. Oh my God, my leg is so heavy today. Good. Oh, oh my God, Melissa.
You just jump over
her face. Right straight at her, over her face. So Melissa didn't even flinch. She just kept that leg going. Nerves of steel. All right, we're gonna do 2 more. Keep this air going, right? Pull out of here, pull out of here. Yes, good. I love the practice hands. I love seeing you guys check. Fantastic. And then that leg comes to the front, kick, kick. Exhale to the back, reach, reach. Good. Again, what if there's length? Head away from tail, right? And then whole pelvis and whole armpit out of the floor. It's a lot. Good. But not impossible. Just work. Good. Last 2. Good. Keep the length going for me. Come on, keep that length. And last one. Okay. Hot potatoes, front and back. 4 sets. We finish to the back. Heel hits the ground. Ready? Tap, tap, tap. Lift up and forward. Tap, tap, tap. Lift up and back. Tap, tap, tap. Okay, I can see me getting heavy. Do you see me sitting up here? I'm gonna try to reset again, get long. That's it, get light, you guys, get light. If you're not sure, you can always try your magic circle, right? You're trying to not squeeze that circle. You're trying to balance up. You can go forward even more. Try not to squish it. Right, here I'm squishing, here I'm not. Good, did we hit 4 yet? I think I have 1 more. Oi, I think that's 4, yes?
Yes.
Okay, good. Good, all right. We're gonna lay on our bellies. We're gonna do 1 tiny mini prone clamp. Just 3 on each side. So laying down, hands under your forehead. Your heel is resting on just above, so just anywhere around your knee. So if you're comfortable enough to bring it up to your mid-thigh, you can. Here's how you check. The higher my leg goes, the more I tip away from that. That's a no-no. So you're only gonna go as far as you can keep yourself pretty square on the mat. That might mean for some of us, our foot doesn't even actually touch the ground. Then you're gonna take a breath and exhale. See if you can lift that thigh, pushing your heel downward toward the leg. It should feel small.
Pushing your heel downward towards you.
Yes, you're pivoting. If you could see me from a bird's eye view, it's like this. The foot is on the back of the leg and I'm pivoting, pushing the heel down as I open the knee up. And I want you to just look for 3 good ones. And that might mean they're very small. Might take 4, maybe take 5 to kind of figure out what you're doing, and then switch to the other side. What we're doing is giving ourselves one more opportunity to feel the deep hip muscles, so glute plus the little guys underneath. And then the same thing on the other side. Being square, yes. If you feel like you're pulling into your back, don't lift the leg, right? You want to keep it square and keep the motion in the glutes. We're not using the back to twist us up.
But this hip comes up, right?
We're trying not to let it. So that's what I'm saying about when we're laying down, pretend I'm laying down. If I bring my leg up high, you can see how this hikes. That means on the floor, it's probably rolling away. So I would lower that leg down until I could get my hips even and both on the floor. And then I think about pulling up and see how tiny? That's as far as I can go on that side. So if you have a shallow hip socket like me, this feels so hard and probably very necessary. Yeah, I know,
I'm just
right?
dropping my heel a little bit, but if I do more than that, it's just gonna torque my knee.
Okay, yeah, so it doesn't have to touch, right? So here's,
I
Yeah,
can't
if you're-
get my knee off the floor at all.
then you think about it. Then you just think about it and let the front of you, so if you can't lift the knee off the ground at all, think about lengthening down the front of you first and then letting the leg go. But it might not leave the ground, work on that length space first. Because if it pushes hard down, that tells you you're actually starting extension by flexing, right? Does that make sense? So first get the length so that you're not flexing, and then that will allow your glutes more freedom to actually move.
And keep both hips on the floor.
Ideally, we're keeping both hips on the floor.
But what does it mean if you can't keep both hips on the floor?
So 2 things. One could be like Chinda, where she's a flexor. And so if I flex first before I lift, you can see how this is my floor, how my hip would come off the ground. The other option, the other reason is you're a back mover. So I'm not actually moving my leg, I'm moving my back to move the leg. So that's second reason. Third reason is you're just very tight. You might have one pattern that makes it hard, right? I happen to have a bone structure that makes it hard. Other people do too. Other people just have patterns of motion. That's a really good question, Eloise. And it's okay to step it back. So you guys, if you're not standing, some of you are, some of you aren't, give yourself a child's pose and round yourself up to a stand.
Would that be worth doing standing up?
Yes, standing up, you want to have, especially you, I would want you to do it against a chair or at your sink so that you could feel where your hips are. Because standing up, it's just as easy, if not more so, to cheat. You almost don't feel it because you don't have anything touching you. Does that make sense? Yeah. I do an exercise like this with my back to my chair, and I hold on to the 2 uprights to help give me a framework. But if you're holding a sink, that could work as well. All right, let's have a nice big Martha Graham. So feet are wide, arms out to the side. Inhale, exhale, scoop in, pull those hands forward, slide them away, and pull your pubic bone through the small of your back. So front to back, create that nice roundness. And then press through your feet, lift your chest up, lift your spine out of your hips, right? Get this unstuck. Good. And then again, scoop. Good. And then up, lift that spine up out of your hips. Lift, 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 lift. Good. And last time. Pubic bone through you, right? So I'm not just dropping and creasing my hip flexors again. I'm pulling the abs up to create that scoop. Yep. And then up, lift up out of it. Good. All right. And then we're just going to have a nice big side bend over. Let the hand reach over to your hip so you can balance against it. Good. Open to the sky. Good. Pull that hand down behind you. Good. And arms come the other way. Drop that hand down. Reach a little more, then open to the sky. Let that armpit slide back. That's it. Yep. So Chinna, using your strap, almost let yourself, I think you are, let your chest fall forward while the strap pulls you back. Yeah, good. And then that comes down. Oh, you guys, nice work today. Inhale and open up. Good. Pull your elbows into your waist. Good. Press back out. Lift your chest. Good. Exhale. Pull it in. And one more time. Big inhale. Good. And exhale down. Good. Pull that all the way down. Thank you. Happy Friday. Good job, peoples.
Thank you.
Okay, your homework all weekend is to notice when you're sitting in your joints. When are you sitting in those hips? Can you lift the spine up and get out of them? That's your homework. Yes? Okay.
That felt good. Thanks.
You're welcome. I'm glad. Thank you. Good, good. All right, great. I'm glad. Good work. Good questions. Really good questions. Love that.
I'm not sure it felt good, but it felt needed.
Oh, okay. Good. Well, good. That was a very mature thing to say.